What is going on, Giants fans? 5-1. Shout out to Wink. Can you believe that? Like, what is this team? They have no quit. They fight and fight and fight. Defense struggled all game stopping the run. And Mark Andrews, Kenyon Drake was ripping long runs all game. It looked like that was going to be the story. But when the team needed the defense the most, boy, did they come through. You know, a little bit of luck on the Julian Love interception, but that's the way it goes in the NFL. Lamar misses a snap, or the snap came before he was expecting it. Either way, it led to the bad pass and set the Giants up in the red zone. A Marcus Peters pass interference, and the Giants punch it in. Next Baltimore drive, the man, Kayvon Thibodeau, pulls an OC, punches out the ball beautifully, by the way. Finally, my man gets his first sack, and what a huge one at that. You know, he's been getting close. He's been getting held, but he finally come through. He's got number one off his back. He showed he's an impact player today. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for all these guys. They deserve it. You know, losing the way they have the last 3-4 years takes its toll. And this game was shaky as heck. But in the end, it's the same game we've really seen every week from the Giants. After the BS touchdown pass that was snapped 2 seconds after the play clock was at 0, you know, I thought it was over. The offense was really struggling. Receivers were dropping passes all game. The O-line looked a bit dinged up. Like, I saw some guys limping around a little bit. The play calling was not the best today, and I gotta give Baltimore credit. They dominated the line today and really clamped down on Saquon, like early especially. You know, later in the game, Saquon had a few decent runs, but for the most part, we saw a lot of 2-yard, 3-yard runs. But the offense did enough today. I will say that. They answered back after both Ravens touchdowns, and that was huge. You know, Giants go down 7-0, and they go right down the field. And after that BS touchdown pass to Mark Andrews, they answer, they go right down the field. And that's what good teams do. You know, and I'm ready to say that the Giants are a pretty damn good team. And now you got to start thinking about playoffs. I mean, they just beat Green Bay and Baltimore back-to-back. You know, people got to take them serious now. They ain't flashy, but they make the plays they need to. You know, on both sides of the ball, really. Daniel Jones has been as clutch as any other quarterback in the NFL this season. You know, 4 game-winning drives. He had a couple really nice touchdown throws today down the red zone, especially that Bellinger touchdown pass. You know, there was a guy right in his face. He throws off his back foot, and he put the ball right on his helmet. And I'll tell you what, DJ throws look like they just have more zip on them this year. You know, tell me if you guys are seeing that as well, because it's just zinging out of his hands, especially the last few weeks. Jeez. You know, the wide receivers had an up and down game. Wan'Dale Robinson definitely brought a little extra juice to the core. You know, he's special. He's just a special player. First touchdown of his career, and you see his route running stand out, you know, especially on some huge third down conversions. You know, he did have a huge drop, but he's been out 5 weeks now. I mean, players are going to have some rust. Now we just need Tony, and this past game can be at least league average, I think. You know, who knows when that'll happen, though. Hey, listen, the guy we brought up, Marcus Johnson, brought him up last week. He's all right, you know, made a few plays. He's been better than most of the other wide receivers on this team. I mean, I'll say that. So, good find for Joe Shane. But Daniel Bellinger, man, another awesome game. And he just looks rock solid. Like, he's had a nose for the end zone, 3 touchdowns now on the season. And, you know, you can make the case that Bellinger has been a top 5, top 10 tight end in the entire NFL. Hell of a pick for a 4th-round guy when this draft class was loaded with tight ends. We passed on a lot of them that everybody was really eyeing, and boy, we got a good one. Bellinger just makes plays, pure and simple. You know, defense today gave up a ton of yards, but did what they had to when they needed. Kenyon Drake was cooking us. You know, a few bad run fits on the interior D-line killed us. I saw Nick Williams get locked up. Jihad Ward and Leonard Williams both got killed. You know, they earned a couple times as well. So the Giants got to clean that stuff up. At least Dexter dominated again today. That was good to see. He got a nice sack. Got held a couple times. They weren't called, but if they did, it would have made for an even bigger day. To give the D-line some credit, they were sliding around a lot early in the game, especially, and got at least 4 false starts, I feel like, you know, minimum 3. The corners were locked down all day. I believe the Ravens wide receivers only had like 40 yards in the day. Doherty was balling, you know, got his hands in a couple intermediate passes. Fabian Moreau almost had a tipped interception in the end zone. That's really my only complaint from the cornerbacks today. Just big opportunity missed. It would have been a tough catch, but you got to make that play. Julian Love had that sweet interception, but the safeties really struggled today, especially containing Mark Andrews. It was frustrating the way Andrews was cooking us, but I understand it. You play man coverage on the Ravens, and Lamar is going to burn you almost every time. So we sat back and played a lot of zone, keep everything in front of us. Giants played that bend, don't break today, and it was obviously the right game plan. So congrats to Wink Martindale. It was a huge game for him, obviously, even though he downplayed it. The Giants play team football. They've been doing it all season. The defense has been making teams kick field goals, most of the time. And when they've allowed touchdowns, the Giants have answered, almost every time. It's eerie. And they've come back down and got their own touchdown drive. So, kind of similar to them old school New England Patriots teams that we've seen. The Giants just have been keeping games tight, not making big mistake or a big turnover, and capitalizing on mistakes from the opponent. It's been a winning formula, so there's no need to change anything really. Just keep it chugging along. I'm proud of the way this team fights. I'm so proud of this coaching staff. They've done great. The first thing that comes to mind when I think of the Giants this year's team is awesome. They really have been an awesome team, and we got just an excellent group of young men. So, hopefully they just keep finding ways to win. Don't look now, NFL, but the Giants are 5-1. Yes, 5-1. You're hearing that right. But I want to hear from my fellow Giants fans here. Can the Giants keep this rolling for the rest of the season? And do you think this is a playoff team? I will say that it's looking good right now. Bucks don't look very good, and we have the tiebreaker over Green Bay, and they're kind of very sluggish to start right now. So we obviously got to keep winning, but we are in a good place. We are in the driver's seat. So but listen, I want to thank you all for the support. Appreciate that more than you guys could know. If you want to help the channel, hit the like button. That helps me grow. If you're new to the channel and you're still listening, you might as well subscribe. But everybody, stay safe, stay warm, and peace.